All right, everyone, let's go ahead and take this 2023 Audi A4 on a quick drive. Go ahead, put it into D down here. And interestingly enough, it's D/S, and in dynamic mode, it shows that it is S, which I believe stands for sport mode. So let's go ahead and take it for a spin. Initial impressions, as you heard the locks just kind of chunk in place. These toggles are actually, they're touch sensitive, as you can see. I just tap on it, it shows the different things. Also, they feel very nicely. They have a very nice audible click back, and also you can feel it very well. With this car being a pretty small car, it drives really nicely. It's really easy to maneuver, and since it has that dual clutch transmission, it has a very nice, the engine braking is really strong with it, and it feels like that, you know, kind of a manual experience. And we'll just go ahead and get out of this garage. Also, what on earth is this person doing?
She looked at you like you were the issue.
Well, I do have my GoPro on, so I look pretty silly. It drives very nicely. Compared to my 2024 Ford Mustang, the steering is actually very, very light, but surprisingly more communicative than my Mustang. It just kind of feels artificially heavy in that car. This one is very boosted and it's very easy to maneuver, but it does feel like it has pretty good feedback. A lot of that I would assume is coming from that all-wheel drive Quattro system. And at any speeds above those really low, kind of 0 to 5 miles per hour, this transmission is actually very smooth from what I've experienced so far. The steering wheel feels very nice in the hand as well. And all your touch points that you're kind of going around and touching, so this door panel down below, this center console right here, all feel very nice in the hand, in the arm. Also up here is a nice soft touch material as well. The engine and note itself is pretty quiet, very smooth engine in general. You kind of barely hear it working its magic, but it's very smooth and has pretty good pickup for the most part.
Nice little pep in her step.
Some pep in her step is a very apt way of putting it. You can feel that Quattro system working when you're taking your corners and doing other items like that, and it just puts down the power really nicely and smoothly to where you don't really have, you have a little bit of that classic Audi understeer, but you don't have it in the same way that you would expect. This tablet, this 10.1 inch screen right here is very just kind of slapped on there, but having this climate controls down here is really nice. In my Mustang, having to press on the screen with literally no feedback is kind of annoying, so I really enjoy having that climate right there. The brakes are definitely pretty grabby, and getting used to them, it did take a second. Coming to a smooth stop is also kind of interesting when you're not in dynamic mode and you have the auto stop start engaged. It will kill the engine before you come to a complete stop, and it's a little bit of a disconcerting or concerning experience, I guess I would say. But in this dynamic mode without the auto stop start, it feels just fine. Getting up to 40, you can see it's very quick around town, and those shifts are lightning quick here in dynamic mode and very just crisp. We have really good visibility outside with this large rearview mirror, which is also auto dimming, and then our large side mirrors, which show the road really nicely. Additionally, the windows are relatively low. Being tall, I have this huge pillar right here, which is annoying, but something that I face in pretty much any vehicle that has 4 doors. In terms of noise within the cabin, we do have a little bit of noise entering in the cabin, mostly kind of tire noise, with these tires having about 20,000 miles on them at this point. That could be just kind of the cause for that. In general though, there's not a ton of sound entering the cabin. It does sound like it has an acoustic windshield and potentially that side glass as well. Not sure about that, but it is relatively quiet in the big scheme of things. The fuel range right here seems to go in increments of 5, so it was at 290 and then it dropped down to 285, which is a nice touch if you like things to go in increments of 5 or 10. Also, being taller, with this side armrest, I kind of have to reach for it. So ergonomic wise, being tall in this car, it fits in terms of legroom for sure. It's got plenty of legroom, and also with this armrest, moving forward and back is really nice. with the quad extension out right here, the leg extension, that also helps with thigh support. But the one thing you might want to keep in mind is just this side panel being kind of far up and not as notched out at that point, so it's a little less comfortable. Let's go ahead and try turning off that screen. So if we do that, it says please tap the display to turn it on. So as you can see, we can have a kind of a nice driving experience where you don't have to deal with the screen, and then with a simple tap, it fades back in very nicely. Seat comfort is very nice. Having all of those adjustments being powered really lets you find that perfect spot. For me, having the lumbar and being able to lift it up just slightly and then put it out a decent amount is really nice. With those bolsters, keeps you nicely in place, and the leather is very comfortable as well. With all that being said, seats in this car will be pretty awesome for a long road trip.
Oh my god, this bus is like
Shipping it. Go ahead and take this turn at a little bit of speed. That Quattro system does really nicely, handles very well. Go ahead and give it a little bit of gas. Very, very smooth. Overall, summing up this car, I think it's a great overall pick in basically every area. If you're looking for a luxury compact to mid-size car that does everything. It is relatively powerful, has good gas mileage at 24 city, 32 highway. Long term, he's been getting 30.4 in this car. Has great space, seats 4 people comfortably, has a good sound system, looks nice, has good premium touches on the interior and exterior as well. This is a great car if you're looking to satisfy all those needs combined. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.